Hello, Worth Workers. Welcome back to the Trust Your Worth podcast, the podcast that helps you tap in to the power of knowing your worth. My name is Brittany, and I'm so excited to be here with you today. Last week, we talked about 3 things you can do daily to help you recognize when you're self-sabotaging, but you need to be doing those 3 things. So if you haven't listened to that episode, go check it out. It's episode 36. Today, I want to talk about overcoming self-doubt because sometimes we just don't believe that we can overcome hard things. And I'm here to tell you, you can. And let's talk about it. You're telling me that even though you've overcome everything hard before, that you are doubting your track record? That you've been through every hard thing that you've ever been through? For what? And you still believe that you can't overcome hard things? No. You should trust your track record. Look at the evidence that you have overcome everything hard that's happened to you in your life. And you still may be going through some hard times, but you're going to get through it. Why? Because you've done it before. Why? Because you have all the tools you need to overcome these things. And if you don't, there are people willing to help you. All you have to do is ask. And it's okay to ask for help. It is a sign of strength to ask for help. So I hope that by the end of this episode, you are doubting your doubts, that you know that you can overcome the self-criticism, the imposter syndrome, the self-doubt. Okay, self-doubt may stem from previous negative experience that form in our attachment styles. So when we have insecure attachments, we create these patterns of least resistance in our head, and it seems easier to do things that are actually harmful. And this can contribute to our self-doubt. So in the past, if someone has been told, oh, you're just not good enough, you can start to believe that you're just not good enough. We have to create new pathways into good patterns of thinking where we remember, I am good enough. I am capable enough to overcome these things. So how do we overcome our self-doubt? Number 1, we need to practice self-compassion. You need to give yourself the grace and the room to be human, that when you have setbacks, you just try again. The real failure is in giving up and is in stopping. When you stop trying, that's when things don't happen. So keep at it. Even though I know sometimes the grind gets so hard, like the most successful people just get really good at doing the mundane, repetitive things that everyone doesn't want to do. And they do it when it's hard. So if you're learning a language, and if you don't practice that daily, how do you expect to get better at that language? It's going to take time and there will be setbacks. But if you keep doing it, you're going to accomplish the goal that you wanted to do. So when you make mistakes, be kind to yourself. Just like, hey, I learned from that. Let's move on. Let's move forward. It doesn't affect my worth. I'm still a worthy individual. I'm still worthy of this effort and this goal. So let's keep trying. You're always enough. Okay, number 2, remember your past achievements. Remember all the successes you have had. Look at the evidence. Look at the track record. Look at the hard things you've overcome. Just sit and ponder on one thing that was so hard that you went through and you got through it. And remember the things that you did to get yourself through that. Whether that was taking time to reflect, maybe that was journaling, maybe it was going for walks every day to help you heal your body and mind. Maybe it was talking with a friend through that hard experience, getting the help that you needed. Maybe taking that step to see a therapist to help you through it because you knew you just needed a little extra help. So remember how you did that, how you went and solved your problem, because you did. You did it. You got through it, and I'm so proud of you. So remember all of your past achievements, all right? Number 3, do not compare yourself to others. There's a quote I read forever ago, and I remember it always. Comparison is the thief of joy. It will rob you of your happiness. When you look around you and you're like, they have the house that I want. They have the car that I want. They have the life that I want. And I've gone nowhere. I have nothing. When you're in that mindset, it is stealing your joy when you compare. No, focus inward and look at the successes that you've had and how far you've come. I know it's so hard to not see. And yes, it's okay to have dreams, but when they turn into comparisons, it's not great. So focus on what you can control and on your own path and the steps that you're taking, because it's not you versus them, it's you versus you. And you have come a long way and can get to the place that you want to go. So don't compare yourself to others, even though it's so tempting. Remember what you have to offer. Remember your own worth and what you bring to the table. You bring everything. You bring the majestical, beautiful person that you are that no one else can be, because they aren't you and they don't have your experiences. So remember your worth and do not compare yourself to others. Okay, number 4, be mindful of your thinking. We may struggle with negative thinking, negative patterns of thinking, because like I said, your brain goes to the path of least resistance. So if we're used to thinking negatively, it's going to be hard to change those thoughts into positive ones. But you can do it. It's going to take considered effort. So first step I'd say is recognize the negative thoughts like, oh, I suck at this. I can never do this. Wait, why am I thinking this? Why do I think I can't do this? What's the evidence saying that I can't? Is it my fear that I don't have the skill? Okay, so if I don't have the skill, how can I get the skill? Is this a skill I can learn? Oh, actually, it is a skill I can learn. Okay, then nothing's stopping me. All right, let's go learn this skill so I can accomplish this goal. So recognizing the negative thoughts and then trying your best to overcome them by, first of all, recognize them and then ask if they're true. Shift your mindset to be more confident in your abilities by focusing on what you can personally do, the things in your control. Okay, number 5, spend time with supportive people. Like, we all need cheerleaders. We all need a team. We all need support. We all need that interconnection to help us want to strive to be better. So be around friends and family and loved ones that support you in your goals. You need someone who believes in your delusional dreams with you and who will remind you, people you can literally ask, if you're like, am I crazy? Am I crazy for doing this? And they're like, no, I know you can do it. They believe in you. So put those people in your life so that you have a support system that when you get to where you want to go, you can share it with those awesome people who believed in you. Okay, number 6, you need to find the validation from within. You need to believe in yourself. Reassurance from others is not going to mean much if you don't believe it yourself, so you need to start believing in you. So again, focus on your strengths. What is it that I actually bring to the table? What is it that I am capable of? Asking yourself those questions and being confident in yourself. Believe in yourself. I just keep thinking the Arthur scene. Believe in yourself. That's the place to start. I say, hey. Anyways. Yes, it's true. You need to find that validation within. And if you're struggling with it, then write down 5 things that you're amazing at. If you need a jump start, just find a piece of paper, write down 5 things. I am a great friend. I am strong. I have overcome ... Write down 5 things that you have done and recognize that you did that and find that validation within, okay? Number 7, remember that you're your harshest critic. This is so true. We are so hard on ourselves. I think I struggled with this a lot because nobody could hear my inner dialogue and the real reasons I was doing things to like people please, or just like I was serving, but like more for people to look at me. So the truth of that made me feel bad because I knew I was doing it to be liked and not because I actually wanted to. So facing those truths was a bit hard, but also I had to learn to be kinder to myself because, those things were survival things that I just grew up doing so that I could feel safe. But now that I'm in a safer environment, I am able to recognize when I'm being too hard on myself, that that negative self-talk is really diminished. That yes, maybe I think, okay, Brittany, I didn't raise you this way to be this way, But I'm honest about it. I'm more honest about it. Like, yeah, I messed up, but like, hey, I'm learning. And I can be like, okay, so I messed up, but I can do better next time. And I'm grateful for that opportunity I had to learn and for that failure and what it taught me. Also, when I made videos, like, anybody who does anything creative, you just want to fix it. You feel like it's never finished. You're like, I can fix this. I can do that better. I can't even watch my first episode of the show that I made on YouTube because to me, it was just so bad. Like the things that I want to fix. There's definitely some good things in there that I love, but also some things I'm like, oh, now that I know better, I would have fixed it. But I didn't at the time. So I'm kind of myself just like, hey, no, I'm just so proud of myself that I did it and that I got it done and it's out there for people to see. So try to be kind to yourself. Remember that you're probably the hardest on yourself and just recognize that and be kind, okay? Number 8, identify your values. So when you know what you're about, when you have a set of values in place, basically the things that matter most to you are your values. So for example, I value fairness. That is like my number one. When things aren't fair, I get really upset. I get really bothered when things are unfair in life. And I know that life is unfair and there are just some things that I can never change and never fix. But it doesn't mean that I won't stop trying. It doesn't mean that I won't fight for fairness when I can. So when I assess my values, it's more important for things to be fair for others and for myself. And it's also more important for me to be a good friend than to like have millions of dollars. I mean, millions of dollars would be amazing. And hopefully one day I will have that because it's part of my dream life to be financially self-sufficient and be able to help others. But like until that happens, I do value relationships over monetary things. And I will, sacrifice a little money or time for the sake of being a good person and for the sake of being a good friend, because that's important to me. So recognize what truly matters to you and you're going to see the fears go away. So when you know that like you're important and you deserve to take up space, like you're not going to fear what others think of you. You're going to go to a party and be like, oh, I'm excited to meet new people. And you're just going to be yourself. Whereas before, for example, with myself, I would have been like, okay, what should I wear to fit in the most? I should talk about this because they like this instead of just talking about like what I like. I don't have to be completely self-centered, obviously listen to other people, but it changes the way you go into spaces when you know what you're about and you know your values. And it helps you to weed out the people that you don't need in your life, because when you're able to be yourself, and especially in public spaces, then there's going to be the people who absolutely can't stand you and the people who absolutely love what you're about. And you're going to be led to those people who know what you're about. So knowing your values, if you don't know what they are, again, piece of paper, what's important to me? What do I value? What is the most important to me? Okay, number 9, keep a journal. It's great to write down the things that you think about and your doubts and your fears, but then also to recognize that there are doubts and fears and write down how you can overcome those fears. What are the triggers to those fears? Why are you thinking those things? Asking yourself good questions to work through those thoughts of doubt. And it'll help you to recognize like, okay, this is just a doubt, but like, what's the truth? What's real? What is fixable? What can I do to overcome these doubts? So writing it down might help. And lastly, if you do need professional help, then seek it out. Get a therapist. I needed to. I struggled with depression and anxiety because my view of myself was so skewed and so untruthful that I really did need professional help in reminding me who I was and teaching me to create new patterns of thinking so that I could see myself clearly, that I could see that I have worth, that I am enough, and that what I have to offer others is important, and so do you. Okay, so these are 10 things that'll help you overcome your self-doubt. Trust your track record, babe. You have overcome everything that tried to kill you because you're still here and you're still alive. You have overcome every hard thing because look at where you are now. Think about even a year ago where you were and who that person was and how You have become this new amazing new creature, full of love for yourself and for others. Look back 5 years ago and how different you are and how you've grown and how you've overcome all the things that happened in the past 5 years to get to this point. I'm so proud of you. Keep believing in yourself. Okay, your work this week is to overcome one doubt. Just pick one and then write down, why is this doubt coming up? Is there something I can do to overcome this doubt? And then do that thing once you figured out how you can overcome it, okay? Oh, I'm so excited for you. I'm so proud of you. I would love to hear from you. You can find me at trustyourworth.com. There's a contact page there. Or you can follow me on Instagram at trustyourworthpodcast. Thanks so much for listening. If no one has told you today, you are so strong. You are incredibly capable. And don't forget to trust your worth. Okay, thanks so much for listening. Have a great day. Love you. Bye.